What up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Two Guys in the Couch. This is the long anticipated wait. This is. Fuck. I don't have my sunglasses. 1 second.
This guy, I can't. I gotta admit, he has a lot of energy for a guy who was out until 5:30 in the morning.
Shit.
Look at that.
Welcome back.
By the way, sorry about the audio right now. The audio is pretty bad. Now you know why, because he was moving back and forth. But overall...
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yes, welcome back to another wonderful installment of Two Guys on the Couch. This is the long anticipated episode of where I'm back, he's back, no guest stars. It's just him and I talking shit for the next 10-15 minutes. Hopefully you come along for the ride. Hopefully you enjoy what we have to say. And we do have a few interesting topics in mind that
Without
I think...
further ado, though, Danny the Manny. This is Danny the Manny, aka Danny the Manny, Danny Pooh.
I think they know who we are when
This is sunglasses exclusive, which reminded me to go get my sunglasses. That was not actually planned, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, I'm quite a character. What can I say? I love it, and you love it too. So yes, Danny, please resume what topics we're talking about. The one that I really want to talk about is Andrew Tate being banned from social media.
He's not really banned. He's on Rumble. That's the new social media that came out.
Is that Donald Trump's stuff?
No, Donald Trump is the Truth Network or whatever it's called, but Rumble is another one. So here's the thing, right? Do you feel you can say whatever you want when you're using YouTube, when you're using TikTok, when you're using Facebook or anything else like that?
Yeah, isn't that what America is all about? Freedom of speech?
Correct. Let's discuss freedom of speech. Who gives you the freedom of speech?
The Declaration of Independence?
No, you missed my point. Is it the public companies or the private companies?
Public?
Okay, so let me take a step back. What I meant to say was, is it the federal government that gives you the freedom of speech, or is it the private companies that give you freedom of speech?
The federal government?
Correct. So it's Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and whoever else, all these other social media networks. Are they
They're
private?
regulated by the federal government?
They're not regulated.
They're not?
They're not regulated. They're private companies. They're private entities.
What do you mean? Facebook is a public company.
No, what I mean is it's a private entity. It means it's not government owned. So therefore, do you think they have the right to curtail speech?
I mean, if it's something dangerous and that's going to cause a human life, then I guess they can censor it and be like, that's not allowed. But if you're just like promoting yourself or you're doing your hobby and you're making money on that, like for example, this podcast, I don't see anything wrong about it. Why would it be censored or whatever?
I think if your podcast was a type that pushed a certain agenda nonstop, for example, like, oh, we should bomb this people, we should bomb those people, we hate this, we hate that, and there was lots of hate speech and hate rhetoric used, I think at the end of the day, they would have banned you a long time.
Damn, thanks for having me flagged now.
But I think, yes, I sometimes speak Russian. Sorry, you guys are going to have to pick up a dictionary and translate. But what I'm saying is, what you yourself have told me previously when we first started, oh, be careful, don't say that. They're going to ban my account. You actually used to say that.
Yeah, no, they're not going to ban it right away. They're going to give me strikes. And I think 3 strikes and you're out, like baseball. I don't know if that's true in baseball, but yeah.
It's true in baseball. I don't think it's true on social media. What I'm trying to say is, though, that these are private entities. In their terms and conditions, they actually specify that if you're using any type of incendiary speech or you use any type of speech that could make people feel a certain way or whatever it is, they can ban your account. They can shadow ban it, they can ban it, they can remove you, they can do whatever they need.
Without warning?
But they probably do.
I thought a warning comes first.
No, they probably do give you a warning, but people persist. Like, for example, Kanye West and his statement about going DEFCON 5 or DEFCON 3 on the Jewish people.
Wow, yeah, what was that all about, Kanye?
So, DEFCON usually means that you're at the highest level, and it's a huge... there's a huge... not violence. I'm blanking on the word right now, but...
This happens after you have COVID. You get brain fog. It's called long COVID, my friend.
One sec. Yes, it is called long COVID. It's called COVID brain. That's what it is.
It's brain fog.
CB, that's what it's called. We're going to shorten it. We're going to make it cool. It's going to be CB, bro.
Or LC. Long COVID.
So, when there's an imminent attack from a certain country, let's say Russia is planning on attacking the United States or whatever it is, the United States government in the Pentagon would go at a higher level, higher DEFCON level, in order to prevent the attack on the people in the United States, to protect them. So him saying he's going to go DEFCON 3 on the Jewish people.
But it was DEFCON 5.
I don't know what number it was. The thing is, even saying that caused an uproar throughout the social media community.
And they banned him or suspended him?
They suspended his account on Instagram. They removed the post. They suspended his account on Twitter. When he just got unbanned on Twitter, he came with this particular statement, and they removed him from many different areas.
I'm sure he doesn't give a shit.
I know he doesn't care. Did you hear what he did at the Paris fashion show? He did White Lives Matter t-shirts.
No, I did not hear that.
And apparently the people he was presenting you with, they got really upset at that. And he was actually talking to one of the rap stars, P. Diddy. I think he was talking to P. Diddy about
Daddy?
it. Yeah, he was talking about that. And they're like, yeah, it's like, I don't know where you're going in that direction. He's like, I think he's a creative artist, which is great, but sometimes creativity is something we can't control. So it goes in a different tangent altogether. But why I bring that up, speaking about Andrew Tate, there was a kid I recently met, right? So Andrew Tate's...
Not everybody who's watching this, the 15 viewers...
There's one viewer, dedicated one viewer.
Dedicated one viewer, yes. We know who you are. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe.
We're outside your house. This is being recorded outside your house right now. We're waiting for you to come out.
They don't know who Andrew Tate might be, so let's give him a small, big...
Why don't you give it to us since you're a fanboy? Go ahead.
Since I'm a fanboy? I'm not a fan. I just feel like the things he says can be quite interesting. So Andrew Tate is an ex-boxer, right?
Yeah.
Professional boxer, used to be
UFC.
And he always talks about like women and men and how men are and how women are. And there's this famous thing he was talking about. For example, if you're a man and you own a yacht, right? How did that man get that yacht? That man had to lose sleep. He had to do things illegally, probably. He had to hustle. He had to talk to people. He had to beg. He had to basically sleepless nights and work and hustle and make that money to get that yacht. And then what happens is he gets girls or a girlfriend or whatever. How does the girl get into the yacht? She just walks right in. And that's it. Basically, whatever the man did was so hard, and she just gets a free pass, you know? So that's Andrew Tate's thing, basically. And a lot of people had an uproar about that. Like, oh, he's attacking women. He's doing this, woman equality and all that stuff. But even that guy, Jordan Peterson, says there are some jobs out there that if men were not existed or alive, women would not be able to do. So I don't understand why Andrew Tate got banned. He does say a few smart things. Some things I agree on, some things I don't agree on. Most of my female friends, I would say all of them, probably think he's a moron. But I don't know, Danny. What do you think about him?
So going back to what I started saying, I met a kid recently who's 15 years old, and he actually follows, he does follow Andrew Tate's teachings. And he says, I enjoy listening to him because he's bringing the BDE back into this world. You know what the BDE stands for, right?
No, boys, something?
No, big energy.
Oh.
All right, so he's bringing that back. And when I was listening to him, he's like, yeah, it's about a man being a man. He's supposed to take charge. He's supposed to, put women where they belong. And this is a 15-year-old kid saying that to me. And I know this kid's mother. And I told him, I'm like, listen, everything you're saying, I know this kid's father also. I'm like, listen, the way your dad approached your mom and the way he got her, the story is beautiful. He saw her, he approached her. The girl was like, I'm not interested. He says, don't worry about it. I'll call you later. He got her number from a friend. He called her. He talked to her. He used his sweet words to convince her, and then he got her, And then together they've been growing. And his mom is a very strong character. She has a strong personality, very intelligent, like someone you really want to engage in conversation in. But now their kid, he's growing up, and he's thinking that the way to do things is what Andrew Tate is saying. Because he didn't see the way his parents grew up, because his parents don't have time to really show him the ways that they pursued life. So what I'm saying is Andrew Tate is corrupting young kids' minds. And what happened was the reason the corruption began. If he was just doing it himself without having it promulgated all over the social media, no one would have ever noticed. But he did this Ponzi scheme in his group that said if you get people to sign into our Discord channel, sign up for the service,
$5,000, right?
whatever it was, you will get a certain amount of money for it. So people are like, oh, okay. So they started saying his clips, posting on their TikTok, posting on their YouTube, posting it everywhere. And they were doing it because of the affiliate payouts that were going to come in their direction. So all of a sudden, everywhere you look, Andrew Tate, Andrew Tate, Andrew Tate, Andrew Tate, everywhere. Even now, even though he can no
Yeah,
longer...
I see other people post this stuff.
But now what they're doing is they're using his voiceovers as motivators for the videos. A guy is working out in the gym and they use his sayings, and the guy is pursuing a girl and they're using these sayings, and the guy is pursuing financial freedom and they're using his sayings, because I don't think they can post his videos anymore. So therefore, they're now using his terminology. I think he overstepped his boundaries. I think he went a little too far. I think he didn't understand, or if he did, then it's horrible, because then he had intent. But I don't think he understood that his words, especially on the young minds of this generation, they can be easily influenced in a certain way.
Well, why do these young 15-year-olds watch his stuff to begin with? Shouldn't they be watching cartoons or some shit?
Social media not age restriction, but the age limit you're supposed to be in order to get on social media is 13 years of age, because they feel by that time your brain is developed to comprehend what's right and wrong. Unfortunately, that's not accurate.
We'll let the viewers decide if that is accurate or not. Let us know below in the comments, which you guys never do. But anyways, let us know.
So I don't think it's accurate, and I think that kids' minds are malleable until the age of 18 and 20, because from the age of 13, the moment they hit puberty, to the age of 18, 19, 20, until they actually have gone through most of their intense puberty development, they're very emotional. Their ideas, their thoughts, everything is connected to their emotions. One moment they're hot, the next moment they're cold. They can't even control. They don't understand what they're saying.
So hormonal changes, basically.
Correct. So if you're on if you're watching these videos, which is fast video format, or short video format as they call them, and you're getting all this information inside your head, it's sticking in, and things are not working out for you in life. It's like, oh, because I have to be more of a man, I have to treat women like this, I have to do this because this guy said it and that guy said it. And that's wrong. Because the truth of the matter is, the only way you can really change is if you change yourself from within. Like, I had a friend recently ask me, this is going to get a little personal, why I'm still a bachelor. Right? And the truth of the matter is, it's very simple. I'm still a bachelor because I don't usually approach. You know my game. You know how I do. And the thing is, you can look good, you can have lots of money, you can be whatever you want to be. But if you don't take that risk and you don't approach the person that you like, nothing's ever going to happen. Nothing's ever going to change.
Well, if you're a good-looking person, there are some girls who are actually that take charge and they can approach you. For example, you and I both seen this, where at times I'm just in the lounge or the club and I have my sunglasses. They approach me and they take my sunglasses and they put it on, and they're like, and that's like a...
What you're saying is you're a good-looking guy.
No, I'm just saying my sunglasses.
Damn, Bruce.
Sunglasses,
you're a good-looking dude.
Sunglasses help, ladies and gentlemen. So next time you go to a club, bring your sunglasses and let's have a sunglass exclusive party. You already know it, baby.
Listen, you have something unique about you that stands out. It's called peacocking. You know what that is from back in the day.
The channel?
No, not peacock. Peacocking it's called. It's when you stand out. You know how the peacock operates? In order for the male peacock to attract the female peacock, he opens up its tail.
Yeah.
And it kind of opens up all the feathers, so it looks very beautiful. So therefore, the female is like, okay, I see you. So the same way, when you go into a lounge or whatever it is, you with your sunglasses, you're standing out because no one else is wearing it. There's something unique about it, whether it's jewelry, whether it's a certain outfit, whatever it is, you're standing out.
Yeah, so it's not always about...
I agree.
Good looks help, but you could also do things that can stand out.
Okay, here's the thing though. If the man doesn't approach, this is where the BDE comes in, where the confidence comes in.
Yeah.
Nothing will ever change. And what happens is, when men don't approach, they they blame their circumstance around them of why things are not working out. Let's say a person's at a networking event and they don't approach other people who can bring them more business. And they're like, I can't believe business is always down, business is always down. But you never approach, you never stepped outside your comfort zone, right? Or you're working at the same job for God knows how many years and you're like, well, I can't get another position. You never applied.
You can. Confidence is key, ladies and gentlemen. You might want to write that shit down.
Okay. In any case, as one of our last topics, we're going to discuss the Biden and Harris loan forgiveness program.
Oh, yeah.
For people who do not know, it's a program that was spoken into existence in August by the Biden administration.
August 2022.
Oh, wow. Good job. And the president promised that they will remove up to $20,000 depending on what type of federal grants you had. So
I thought it was $10,000.
No, it's $20,000 if you had a Pell Grant, and it's $10,000 if you had a regular unsubsidized federal grant.
So what if I don't have any loans?
You get nothing.
I don't get 20,000?
No, you don't get. It's a very interesting. It's a very interesting
fair.
situation though, because if you're one of those ambitious people who didn't want to have loans and decided to pay everything off, and now this program came out, no, they will not give you back the $10,000.
Oh,
pretty much, the government is very thankful that you're one of those ambitious people who did not want to have a loan or whatever else that was bothering you. But for everybody else, for the millions of people in the United States who actually did not pay off the loans, you can qualify to receive up to $10,000 loan forgiveness or up to $20,000 loan forgiveness. And the beta program launched yesterday evening. You can go to the website. Brucey Bruce will post it.
I will put it down in the description below.
Yes. You can go to the website. You can fill out. It is extremely simple form. It's your name. It's your social security number. It's your phone number.
Social
it's your
security
email
number?
Yeah, of course. They have to know. And that's all you do. You press submit. And if everything goes well, by November, your loans will be reduced by $10,000. I do not believe it applies to personal loans you took, because the federal government cannot forgive your personal loans. It only applies to loans that you took from the federal government.
Speak to a lawyer near theater near you.
You do not need a lawyer for this. The point is this, and also there is a limit though. If you're making, they'll forgive $10,000 for a single family if it's up to $125,000. If it's if it's a single person, but if it's a family up to two partners who are making money, I think it's up to $250,000. So just be aware, pass it on to your friends, and in order for you to get this information, you have to watch the video till the end, and I hope you did.
Well, we should have probably started in the beginning.
No, we want them to go all the way till the end. Yeah, you want to keep the best for last.
Interesting, okay.
In any case, ladies and gentlemen, we're finishing up this podcast. It was wonderful to have you here with us again. I hope you enjoyed what we created here today, and I hope you join us for the next installment of Two Guys and the Couch.
Thank you, and Danny, as always, like, share, subscribe, and yes, subscriptions matter, ladies and gentlemen. It's free to subscribe. It doesn't cost a penny. Just click that button. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Love y'all.